and the independent value of every living soul. Learn this also, that even the will to the great work may be misunderstood of men, for this work must proceed naturally and without overstress, as all true works right also is that word that the kingdom of heaven suffereth.
Everyone knows, everyone right and center in Israel knows, every commentator will tell you that Netanyahu is doing this to distract from the fact that there's pressure to end the war in Gaza, and he needs forever war to win an election.
No, but Turkey's been talking a lot of shit.
All you need to know with Buttercup is always Netanyahu wants to distract from the elections, always
he loves a forever war. That's why you've been at war for the last 80 years, honey.
I mean, come on, Adi, you can't say that.
You know his base needs him to be at war, Adi. You know he can't afford to end the war in Gaza.
Are you denying that Turkey is a threat to Israel?
How is Turkey a threat to Israel?
It doesn't matter who's a threat to who.
It's becoming a threat.
Oh my God! Not even Israeli.
When Turkey was selling them bullets to kill
Other people besides Israeli Jews have rights.
Guy talks to you.
Uses ChatGPT.
Other people besides Israeli Jews have rights.
Ask ChatGPT, they won't tell you Turkey's a threat to
Everything
Israel.
he says.
So you're telling me that tension has not been building this year or ever since October 7th?
Tension and attacking someone are two different things.
Yeah.
You don't have the right to attack another nation.
There needs to be a real threat.
Hamas in Turkey. I think they also have hands in Hezbollah.
That's not a threat. That's not an active threat. That's not an active threat. There's always competing interests. It's not an active threat.
Come on. You can't just go around bombing. I mean,
every country has competing interests with each other. That doesn't mean you can attack them.
So then, Sapien, you must agree then, to be consistent, Iran should bomb Ben Gurion Airport because it has been fueling American fueler tank.
Trust me, if they knew they could get away with it,
no, they can do it. They can do it.
They would be held to pay. They would be held to pay.
Okay, Adi, hold on. Adi, can Iran target and bomb the fuel depots in next to Ben Gurion Airport?
I mean, Iran
do they have the capability?
They want. Yeah,
do they have? Okay, Sapien, they have the capability, so they're not doing it. So according to your logic, Sapien, to be consistent, Iran should.
No, I mean, no, they shouldn't. I'm saying,
no, why not? America is a threat to Iran.
Obviously, well, listen, I'm an American, okay? Obviously, I'm going to simp for my country. But I'm saying
so no logic. You're out.
If they could, they would. If they could do it without any consequences, they would. But the reason why they don't do that is because they know that America and Israel will respond in a very bad way, and they don't want to deal with the consequences. I'm American. I have loyalty to my country.
Sapien says he simps for Israelis and Jews. I want to read what an Israeli analyst says about the situation, the motivations in Syria, okay? This is what a famous Israeli analyst that is an expert in Syria named Elizabeth Surkov. She says, Israel's conduct in Syria since the fall of Assad is commonly described as a strategy or at least a policy. It is neither. It is a disorganized product of several impulses, some of them in tension with one another. The trauma of October 7, a near total ignorance about the group now ruling Damascus, hubris, genuine solidarity with the Druze, Netanyahu's domestic political needs, and practices of occupation imported from the West Bank. Distinguishing between these drivers matters because successfully handling Israeli conduct requires understanding of its internal logic and recognizing which motivations are fixed and which may shift with the new government in Jerusalem. So, this...
Buttercup Surkov is a soft Zionist, and she's literally...
Oh, come on.
Violence and the violent take it by force, but accept thou be violent by virtue of thy truth.
Nature, how shalt thou take it? Be not as the ass in the liar's spin.
But if thou be born ass, bear patiently thy burdens and enjoy thy thistles, for an ass also, as in the fables of Apuleius and of Matthias, may come to glory in the path of his own virtue.
The excellent
sighest though.
Listen to hear is a great riddle, since by reason of much repression thou hast lost the knowledge of thine original nature.
My son, this is not so, for by a peculiar ordinance of heaven and a disposition occult within his mind, is every man protected from this loss of his own soul.
Until and unless he be by Koranzan disintegrated and dispersed beyond power of will to repair, as when the conflict within him, rending and burning, hath made his mind utterly desert, and his
soul madness. Give in attentively. The will is not lost, though it be buried beneath a label midden of repressions, for it persisteth vital within thee.
Is it not the true motion of thine inmost being?
And for all thy conscious striving, cometh forth by night and by stealth and dream and fantasy. Now is it naked and brilliant, now clothed in rich robes of symbol and hieroglyph, but always traveleth it with thee upon thy path, ready to acquaint thee with thy true nature, if thou attend unto its word, its gesture, or its show of imagery. Not flaming forth in fury against them, unless that be thy will.
But in this matter be prudent and be silent, discerning subtly and with acumen the nature of the will within thee,
so that thou mistake not fear for chastity, or anger for courage.
and since the fetters are old and heavy, and thy limbs withered and distorted by reason of their compulsion,
Do thou, having broken them, walk gently for a little while,
until the ancient elasticity return, so that thou mayst walk, run, and leap naturally, and with rejoicing.
also, since these fetters are as a bond, almost universal, be instant to declare the law of liberty and the full knowledge. Divita
decay. Then, oh my son, that all phenomena are the effect of conflict, even as the universe itself is nothing expressed as the difference of two equalities. Or and thou will wilt as the divorce of new it and had it. So therefore every marriage dissolveth the more material, and createth a less material catness. And this is our way now, rising ever from ecstasy to ecstasy. So then all high violence, that is to say, all consciousness is the spiritual orgasm of a passion between two lower and grosser opposites. Thus light and heat result from the marriage of hydrogen and oxygen, love from that of man and woman, Diana, or ecstasy from that of the ego and the non-ego. But well, grounded in this thesis corollary, that one or two such marriages do but destroy for a time the exacerbation under which are placing to the racinic. Such is a work of long habit and deep searching darkness for the germ thereof. But this once accomplished, a particular complex is destroyed or sublimated forever. Dream of the sanguinis. Now then is mine that all opposite unto the way of nature created violence. The finest dettori system do its function not at its fullest. There come poisons in the blood, and the consciousness is modified by the confliction of awareness. The evil unknown experience, and yes, thus if the liver be not efficient, we have melancholy. If the kidneys coma, if the testes or ovaries, loss of personality itself also, and we poison the blood directly with belladonna. We have delirium vehement, furious with hashish, visions fantastic and enormous, with anhelonium, ecstasy of color and whatnot, with divers germs of disease, disturbances of consciousness varying, with the nature of the journal. So with ether we gain the power of analyzing the consciousness into its planes, and even of discovering the hidden will and judgment upon any poison. And so for many others, but all these are, in our mystical sense, poisons. That is, we take two things diverse and opposite, binding them together so that they are compelled to unite, and the orgasm of each marriage is an ecstasy, lower dissolving in the higher. Let's see go. Now go this our soul that at the end of that secret way life, a garden wherein is a rest house prepared for thee. For to him whose physical leaves are not truly satisfied, cometh the physical or lunar appointed to refresh and recreate by cleansing and repose. But on him that is bodily pure, the Lord bestow a solar or lucid sleep, wherein move images of pure light fashioned by the true will. And this is called by the Kabbalists the sleep of Shalom. And of this doth also Porphyry make mention, and Cicero with many other wise men of old time compare, oh my son, with this doctrine, and which was taught thee in the sanctuary of the Gnosis concerning the death of the righteous, and learn moreover that these are but particular cases of an my son, if thou fast a while, there shall come unto thee a second state of physiological being, in which is a delight, passive and equable, without will, a contentment and weakness, with a feeling of lightness and of purity. And this is because the blood hath absorbed in its need of nutriment all foreign elements. Such also is the case with the mind which from that Benedict exalt from above. Consider the placid ruminant existence of such persons as rid little, are removed from worldly struggle by some sufficient property of small and unexciting value, stably invested on my age and environment of
Dimotu vitae. Learn then, O my son, that all phenomena are the effect of conflict, even as the universe itself is a nothing expressed as the difference of two equalities, or and thou wilt, as the divorce of Nuet and Hadik. So therefore every marriage dissolveth the more material and createth a less material cabets. And this is our way of love, rising ever from ecstasy to ecstasy. So then all high violence, that is to say, all consciousness, is the spiritual orgasm of a passion between two lower and grosser opposites, as light and heat, result from the marriage of hydrogen and oxygen, love from that of man and woman, Diana, or ecstasy from that of the ego and the non-ego. But be thou well grounded in this thesis corollary, that one or two such marriages do
modified by the conflicts or marriages between the elements, heterogeneous. Thus, if the liver be not efficient, we have melancholy. If the kidneys coma, if the testes or ovaries, loss of personality itself. Also, when we poison the blood directly with belladonna, we have delirium, vehement and furious, with hashish pigeons, fantastic and enormous, with analonium, ecstasy of color and whatnot, with divers germs of disease, disturbances of consciousness, varying with the nature of the germ. Also, with ether, we gain the power of analyzing the consciousness into its planes, and even of discovering the hidden will and judgment upon each mission, and so for many others. But all these are in our mystical sense poisons. That is, we take two things diverse and opposite, finding them together, solve the day are compelled to unite. And the orgasm of each marriage is an ecstasy, the lower dissolving in the higher. Lucido, now know this I said, that at the end of that secret way lie at the garden wherein is a rest house prepared for thee, poeta in whose physical needs you're not truly satisfied. How metaphysical or lunar sleep appointed to refresh and recreate by cleansing and repose. But on him that is mortally pure, the Lord bestoweth a solar or lucid sleep, wherein move images of pure light, cleansing by the true will. And this is called by the Kabbalist the sleep of Shiloh. And of this doth also Porphyry make mention, and Cicero with many other wise men of old time compare, my son, with this truth, that which was taught thee in the sanctuary of hypnosis, concerning the depth of the righteous, and learn moreover that these are but particular cases of the universal formula. Diabetidas, my son, that though fast a while there shall come unto thee a second state of physiological being, in which is upright, passive and equable, without will, a contentment of weakness, with a feeling of lightness and of purity. And this is because the blood hath absorbed in its need of nutriment all foreign elements. Such also is the case with the mind, which hath not fed itself on thought, considered a placid and ruminant existence of such persons as read little, removed from worldly struggle by some sufficient doubly and small and unexciting value, sadly enlisted and by age and in moderation of free compassion they live according to their own nature, without desire, and they uphold free of any poison. Si motu vitae. Learn then, O my son, that all phenomena are the effect of conflict, even as the universe itself is a nothing expressed as the difference of two equalities, or and thou wilt, as the divorce of knew it and had it. So therefore every marriage dissolveth the more material, and createth a less material complex. And this is our way of love, rising ever from ecstasy to ecstasy.
So then all higher violence, that is to say all consciousness, is the spiritual orgasm of a passion between two lower and grosser opposites. Thus light and heat result from the marriage of hydrogen and oxygen, and love from that of man and woman, dhyana or ecstasy from that of the ego and the non-ego.
But be thou well grounded in this thesis corollary, that one or two such marriages do but destroy for a time.
The exacerbation of any complex to deracinate such is a work of long habit and deep searching darkness for the germ thereof.
But this once accomplished, that particular complex is destroyed or sublimated forever.
Everyone understood
That all opposition to the way of nature created and the consciousness is modified by the conflicts or marriages between the elements heterogeneous. Thus, if the liver be not efficient, we have none got it. If the kidneys coma, if the testes or ovaries, loss of personality itself. Also, when we poison the blood directly with belladonna, we have delirium vehement and furious, with hashish, visions fantastic and enormous, with an elonium ecstasy of color and whatnot, with divers germs of disease, disturbances of consciousness, varying with the nature of the germ. Also, with ether, we gain the power of analyzing the consciousness into its planes, and even of discovering the hidden will and judgment upon any question. And so for many others.
But all these are, in our mystical sense, poisons.
That is, we take two things diverse and opposite, binding them together so that they are compelled to unite. And the orgasm of each marriage is an ecstasy, the lower dissolving in the higher. sleep appointed to refresh and recreate by cleansing and repose. But on him that is bodily pure, the Lord bestoweth a solar, a lucid sleep, wherein move images of pure light fashioned by the true will. And this is called by the Kabbalists the sleep of Shiloh, and of this doth also Porphyry make mention, and Cicero, with many other wise men of all time. Compare, my son, with this doctrine that which was taught thee in the sanctuary of the gnosis concerning the death of the righteous, and learn moreover that these are not particular cases of an universal of such persons as read little are removed from worldly struggle by some sufficient property of small and unexciting value, stably invest. Timotu vitae.
London. O my son, that all phenomena are the effect of conflict, even as the universe itself is a nothing expressed, as the difference of two equalities, or a and thou wilt, as the divorce of Newit and Hadit. So therefore every marriage dissolveth a more material, and createth a less material complex. And this is our way of love, rising ever from ecstasy to ecstasy.
So then all high violence, that is to say, all consciousness, is the spiritual orgasm of a passion between two lower and grosser opposites, thus light and heat result from the marriage of hydrogen and oxygen, love from that of man and woman, Diana, or ecstasy from that of the ego and the non-ego. But be thou well grounded in this thesis corollary, that one or two such marriages do but destroy for a time. The exacerbation of any complex, to the racinates such is a work of long habit and deep search in darkness, for the germ thereof. But this once accomplished, that particular complex is destroyed or sublimated forever. De Morbius Sanguinis. Now then understand that all Opo, seach into the way of nature created violence, if thine excretory system do its function not at its fullest, there come poisons in the blood, and the consciousness is modified by the conflicts or marriages between the elements heterogeneous. Thus, if the liver be not efficient, we have melancholy. If the kidneys coma, if the testes or ovaries loss of personality itself, or judgment upon any question, and so for many others. But all these are, in our mystical sense, poisons. That is, we take two things diverse and opposite, binding them together so that they are compelled to unite, and the orgasm of each marriage is an ecstasy, the lower dissolving in the higher. Appointed to refresh and recreate by cleansing and repose. But on him that is bodily pure, the Lord bestoweth a solar or lucid sleep, wherein move images of pure light fashioned by the true will. And this is called by the Kabbalists the sleep of Shalom. And of this doth also Porphyry make mention, and Cicero, with many other wise men of old time. Compare, oh my son, with this doctrine, that which was taught thee in the sanctuary of the Gnosis concerning the death of the righteous, and learn moreover that these are but particular cases of an universal formula. Read little, are removed from worldly struggle by some sufficient property of small, and unexciting value, stably invested, and by age and environment are free from passion. They live according to their own nature, without desire, and they oppose no resistance to the operations of time. Such are called happy, and in their way of vegetable life. It is so, for they are free of any poison.
De mutu vitae nenden, O my son, that all phenomena, the effect of conflict, even as the universe itself is a nothing expressed, as the difference of two equalities, or that thou wilt, as the divorce of Nuit and Hadith. So therefore every marriage dissolveth among material, and createth a less material context. And this is our way of love, rising ever from ecstasy to ecstasy. So then I into lower and grosser opposites thus light and heat result from the marriage of hydrogen and oxygen, love from that of man and woman, Triana, ecstasy from that of ego and the non-ego. But be now well grounded in this thesis, corollary, that one or two such marriages do but destroy for a time the exacerbation of any conflict. To derocinate such is a work of long habit and deep search in darkness for the germ thereof. But this once accomplished, that particularly Ampex is destroyed or sublimated forever demolished. Now then understand that all local, see tuned to the way of nature created. Violence, if thine excretory system do its function, not at its fullest, there come poisons in the blood, and the consciousness is modified by the conflict or marriages between the elements. Heterogeneous thus, if the nila be not efficient, we have melancholy. If the kidneys, coma. If the testes or ovaries, loss of personality itself. Also, when we poison the blood directly with belladonna, we have delirium vivant and furious with hashish, visions fantastic and enormous with anhelonium, ecstasy of color and whatnot, with diverse germs of disease, disturbances of consciousness, varying with the nature of the germ. So with ether we gain the power and analyzing the consciousness into its planes, and even of discovering the hidden will and judgment upon any question. And so for many others, but all these are, in our mystical sense, poisons. That is, we take two things diverse and opposite, binding them together so that they are compelled to unite, and the orgasm of each marriage is an ecstasy, the lower prepared for me. For to him whose physical needs are not truly satisfied, cometh a physical or lunar sleep appointed to refresh and recreate by cleansing and repose, that on him that is bodily pure the Lord bestoweth a solar or lucid sleep, where images of pure light fashioned by the si motu vitae. Learn then, O my son, that all phenomena are the effect of conflict, even as the universe itself is a nothing expressed, as the difference of two equalities, or and thou wilt, as the divorce of knew it and had it. So therefore every marriage dissolveth the more material, and createth a less material contracts. And this is our way of love, rising ever from ecstasy to ecstasy.
So then all higher violence, that is to say all consciousness, is the spiritual orgasm of a passion between two lower and grosser opposites. Thus light and heat result from the marriage of hydrogen and oxygen, and love from that of man and woman, dhyana or ecstasy from that of the ego and the non-ego.
But be thou well grounded in this thesis corollary, that one or two such marriages do but destroy for a time
The exacerbation of any conflict to deracinate such is a work of long habit and deep searching darkness for the germ thereof.
But this once accomplished, that particular complex is destroyed or sublimated forever.
Never understood.
That all opposition to the way of nature created violence in the consciousness is modified by the conflicts or marriages between the elements heterogeneous. Thus, if the liver be not efficient, we have not got it. If the kidneys coma, if the testes or ovaries loss of personality itself, also when we poison the blood directly with belladonna, we have delirium vehement and furious with hashish. Diamotu, vitae.
Learn then, O my son, that all phenomena are the effect of conflict, even as the universe itself is a nothing expressed, as the difference of two equalities, or and thou wilt, as the divorce of Newit and Het. So therefore every marriage dissolveth a more material, and createth a less material conduct. And this is our way of love, rising ever from ecstasy to ecstasy. So then all high violence, that is to say, all consciousness, is the spiritual orgasm of a passion between two lower and grosser opposites. Thus light and heats result from the marriage of hydrogen and oxygen. Love from that of man and woman, dhyana or ecstasy from that of the ego and the non-ego. But be thou well grounded in this thesis corollary that one or two such marriages do but destroy for a time. The exacerbation of any antlets to the racinates such is a work of long habit and deep search in darkness for the germ thereof. But this once accomplished, that particular cobwebs is destroyed or sublimated, forever denabished.
Understand that all sit young to the way of nature created. Violence in thy excretory system, to its function not at its fullest, there come poisons in the blood. And the consciousness is modified by the conflicts or marriages between the elements, heterogeneous. Thus if the liver be not efficient, we have melancholy. If the kidneys coma, if the testes or ovaries, loss of personality itself also, and we poison the blood directly with belladonna, we have delirium, vehement and
Demo tu vati, learning, oh my son, that all phenomena are the effect of conflict, even as the universe itself is a nothing expressed.
As the difference of two equalities, or thou wilt, as the divorce of Nuit and Hadid. So therefore every marriage dissolveth the more material and create a less material complex.
And this is our way of love, rising ever from ecstasy to ecstasy. So then all high violence, that is to say all consciousness, is the spiritual orgasm of a passion between two lower and grosser opposites. Thus light and heat result from the marriage of hydrogen and oxygen. Love from that of man and woman, dhyana or ecstasy from that of the ego and the non-ego.
But be thou well grounded in this thesis corollary that one or two such marriages do but destroy for a time. The exacerbation of any compacts to deracinate such as a work of long habit and deep search in darkness
For the germ thereof. But this once accomplished, that particular complex is destroyed or sublimated forever to the more beef. Now then, understand that all morphos sits into the way of nature created. Violence if thine excretory system do its function not at its fullest, There come poisons in the blood, and the consciousness is modified by the conflicts or marriages between the elements heterogeneous thus. If the liver be matter fission, we have marrow cavity. If the kidneys coma, if the testes or ovaries, loss of personality itself also. And we poison the blood directly with belladonna. We have delirium, demon and furious, with hashish visions, fantastic and enormous, with inhalonium, ecstasy of color and whatnot, with divers germs of disease, disturbances of consciousness, varying with the nature of the germ. Also with ether, we gain the power of analyzing the consciousness into its planes, and even of discovering the hidden will and judgment upon any question. And so for many others. But all these are, in our mystical sense, poisons. That is, we take two things diverse and opposite, binding them together so that they are compelled to unite. And the orgasm of each marriage is an ecstasy. The word dissolving in the higher. For to him whose physical roots are not truly satisfied, cometh the physical or lunar sleep, appointed to refresh and recreate by cleansing and repose. But him that is bodily pure, the Lord bestoweth a soul or lucid sleep, when move images of pure light fashioned by the true will. And this is called by the Kabbalists the sleep of Shalom, and of this doth also Porphyry make mention, and Cicero with many other wise men of old time compare, O my son, with this pure that which was taught thee in the sanctuary of Gnosis concerning the death of the righteous. And learn moreover that these are but particular cases of an universal formula. This is because the blood hath absorbed in its need of nutriment all foreign elements. Such also is the case with the mind which hath not fed itself on thought.
It's a kitten, by the way. A kitten.
Yeah, you want to pet it.
Don, here I got one for you. What's the hardest thing with what's the hardest part about breaking up with a Japanese girl?
Ow.
You have to drop the bomb twice.
That's not nice.
No.
That sounds derogatory.
What do you mean it's not nice? They love us.
No, they don't.
Because he was.
Shut the fuck up.
They're
Yeah, 'cause we paid
scared.
them
They got
reparations.
lobotomized,
Yeah, we
motherfuckers.
paid them reparations. That's why they love us. The fuck? They don't love us. We
Yeah, they
killed
do.
them.
Okay, watch a Japanese
hold on,
girl
the
suck a
people-
white guy's or a black guy's dick.
The people in Hiroshima love us.
Yeah, they fucking love us.
The ones
You're
with
fucking
leukemia.
retarded.
Man, have you ever been over there?
Nigga, you been to Hiroshima?
Have you been over there?
Have you been to Hiroshima where we dropped bombs?
No, I've been to
Nagasaki.
Bro, I've been to both, listen to both of them, Koreans and Japanese.
That's not
They
what I
love-
asked you. Have you been to the
They
affected
hate each
area where
other.
people
They
still
hate
have
each-
diseases from radioactive fucking
Yeah,
toxins till this day?
It's all good.
Have
No,
you
it's all
been there?
good. They hate each other, but they love white and black people. I swear to God,
Bro, they think you're gonna bring them to America. What the fuck?
they
They
love
don't care
us,
about
bro.
you.
They love us, bro.
Here's another one. How do you know when your wife is dead?
She stops talking.
No, the sex is the same, but the dishes stack up.
No.
Ooh. Oh my god.
This is sick.
That's bad, man. It's horrible.
Even worse.
Brad's allowed to say that one.
All right. Well, I got one for you guys. A man goes out for a walk during a storm with nothing to protect him from the rain. He doesn't have a hat, a hood, or an umbrella. But by the end of his walk, there isn't a single wet hair on his head. Why doesn't the man have wet hair?
Because he's bald.
There you go. Oh, there you go. Oh my God.
Wait, you said head, not hair, didn't you?
I said, why doesn't the man have wet hair?
I thought you said head. Never mind.
All right, Don, here's one for you. Why do pedophiles, why is a pedophile's favorite holiday Halloween? Free delivery.
Jesus.
Oh my God. I thought it was going to be like
All right, here's a better one.
the trick or treat.
Why is a gay man like a freezer? Or I'm sorry, let me say this again. What's the difference between a freezer and a gay man?
A popsicle? I don't know.
Freezer doesn't fart when you pull.
Oh,
You cut out. What was the punchline?
Doesn't fart when you pull out the meat.
Oh.
ooh.
I got one. Two black boys got chased by a store owner out of the store, and they ran all the way home. And when they got in the house, the dad was sitting on the couch. What's the first thing they told their dad?
Who's they?
The boys.
I don't know.
You know their dads wasn't there. Black people.
That's funny.
What did they tell their dad?
I made that up. I don't know. I was just trying to be as offensive as I could.
Hey, Jazzy, how do you get a nun pregnant?
I'm bleeding. So it's not wrong.
You dress them up as altar boys.
No. Oh my God.
I heard that. I heard that before. That. Oh my God. Oh my God.
No, guys. We have to do better. Okay.
My dad was an altar boy. Oh my God.
Don't tell us that.
No, he was. Nothing happened to him.
All right, what does liver and onions and anal sex have in common?
Yo, man. What kind of shit is that?
What? You were forced to eat it, kid. You won't eat as an adult.
Oh. Ooh.
Rayaba, this all your fault. Shy start telling riddles because you so slow. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking, Rayaba.
This is true. Oh, the baby. What's the baby saying?
I've been wanting to say 1 in 90, but this one's probably a little harsh. But how do you kill 200 flies at once?
You bring in some Africans.
Nope, you hit an Ethiopian in the face with a frying pan.
Wow.
God damn it, Brad.
It was pretty hilarious, though.
That's not hilarious. That's fucked up. I'm not gonna say anything but funny.
So then, like, the question lies, like, do you not like shock factor jokes? That's pretty funny. I thought.
I can't let people know that I
So
like
does that
them.
make me sadistic or like what? Like because I laugh at it?
I'm
Because
racist to a
you can
certain
take a girl. You can take a girl on a date and you put a couple drinks in her and she'll laugh at that shit. She thinks it's funny too.
Oh, now we're back at the drink thing to loosen the girl up, see?
Yeah, because typically women try to play nice. They're like, "That's not nice. Don't say that, Brad. Don't say that, bro. Don't. That's too much." But to hit, what was it 20,000 or how many millions, thousands? Mosquitoes or fleas, like Ethiopians or whatever. Like that's funny.
That is my pet peeve when women actually try to like legitimately tone police me. Is one thing when they try to be cutesy and like the responsible one at the table of people. They're like, "Hey, Florida, you can't say that," but then we laugh about it on the car ride home. And it's another thing for us to like be in the car and her to get actually offended by some dumb shit that I.
Right.
I wouldn't get offended. Like, my dad used to say stuff I didn't agree with that was very offensive, but, like, I would never get mad at him. I was just like, don't say that shit in front of my friends, please.
But look, I don't like. All right, so Jazzy, hypothetical.
I'm here.
I know
I'm
you
here.
are like. I know you're a mom. Hold on, hypothetical. I know you're a mom. Like your kid's younger, but like think about like sending your kid off to school, and then coming back, and then he's chirping whatever, he like whatever like the kids are fucking talking about, and you're like, nah, bro, like hell, fucking no.
Here's a good.
Or do you think that like he's gonna be just like just gonna believe everything that his mom believes, and he's just. I'm not saying you're like grooming him that way. I'm asking like, do you think he will be like more like you, or do you think he will be more inquisitive, like and be like more challenging of you?
Both. He'll believe some shit. He'll challenge some stuff. But I want him to think critically and make up his own decisions at the end of the day.
Hey, Jazzy, what does Iron Man and Sarah Palin have in common?
Say it again.
What does Iron Man and Sarah Palin have in common? This is an old one.
Iron Man and Sarah Palin have in common.
Mm-hmm.
They can see Russia from their house.
Both had Downey Jr. deep inside them.
Oh my.
Wow. Did she have sex with Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah, I thought everybody knew that.
Wait, so like Donald Trump Jr. was like fuck Sarah Palin?
Robert Downey Jr., the man that played Iron Man.
Downey Jr. I thought it was a reference to Donald Trump by getting it, and also Robert Downey at the same time. It was just both.
No,
Robert Downey
what's his name?
Sarah Palin.
No, what's his name? No, the only star that the only person I heard that had
Did
sex
Red Rum
with,
just call
was
Donald
confirmed,
Trump a Downey?
was fucking Glenn Rice, the basketball player Glenn Rice. That's the only person I ever heard had sex with her that was famous. Never heard about no Robert Downey Jr. having sex with Sarah.
Wait,
Here's another one for you, Jazzy.
No, you need to explain the joke.
Robert Downey Jr. fucked Sarah Palin.
No, there's
Everybody
no way.
knew. Yes, way. Like banged her hard, dude.
Where did you hear that from?
Dude, it's common knowledge. It's been all over RNC circles for like years.
That's crazy. Her married ass fucked up.
She was in a wheelchair for a month.
No one asked you to join in and write a script. Go ahead.
All right. So why this one's because everybody picks on blacks and Jews, so I'm gonna throw a little shade to the Mexicans here. Why don't Mexicans have sex ed and driver's ed on the same day?
I don't know why.
Because you have to give a donkey a break at some point.
Jesus.
Hey, Tom's laughing even though you got the approval.
How's it going? I like John.
I approve of whatever website Brad's getting these from. I bet Reddit probably has a whole fucking subreddit thread just for fucking crazy jokes.
Yeah, but the subreddit on the subreddit on the subreddit, it's like so dark, dude. Like, I don't know, like how far do you go, like, for humor? You know?
It depends on how dark you can hit.
Right.
Multiple times saying the green butthole. I know you're trying to trigger folks, you know, what have you. So can I point to specifically and say, oh, well, you know, because of that, you know, your exchange, he's going to walk into a school tomorrow? No, I'm not going to. That would be idiotic. I don't think one needs a degree in psychology or criminology to appreciate the inappropriateness of the nature of that conversation that was held with a 16-year-old on a public app in a room with adults that were, on the average, 3 decades older.
And let me follow up, if I may. Let's just stretch your hypothetical out just a little bit. And again, I realize you're no psychologist. Hell, I'm no psychologist. Let's say potentially he might be a school shooter. Let's say potentially because he's said to me and other people many times that he's constantly picked on in school. Is it possible that maybe if indeed he has a motivation to go and shoot up a school, that maybe because of being able to let out that energy and talk to me about that and others, maybe prevents that from happening? Is that possible?
Sure, anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
I would love to hear Moose's answer, and then I'll shut the fuck up.
Very short. And anything's possible anyway. Likely, I don't know. You know, likely impossible. I mean, I'm not sure what the point of that scenario is. I don't think that was your intent. I don't think it was therapy session to potentially take this wounded bird under your wing, and to hopefully, you know, as you continue to go back and forth about, like, you know, like it was like almost erotic the way you guys are talking about these guns. Like I'm not sure that you were. I'm not saying you have to say guns are bad. Like all about the Second Amendment, absolutely. Even though I'm on the left, I know I'm not one of those crazies. Believe it or not, who thinks all guns should be destroyed.
Moose, thank you. I respect what you said, and I respect you even more because, in my humble opinion, you were 100% honest, and I applaud you.
Thank you.
Can I comment to that topic about if we think he's...
Cypher want to say something. Can Cypher say something real quick?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cypher.
I'll be really quick because Steve gave a hypothetical. And Moose, I'll answer your question.
Hey, Bert's to go next.
And Bert's going to go next. So here's the reason why that kid has been kicked out of this house for years. Right? Is because Steve, hypothetical. What if Christian asked me and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about shooting up my school," and I gave him some advice, and he did. Steve, has Christian ever talked to you about wanting to shoot up a school?
No, he is not.
Thanks. So thanks for the bullshit fucking hypothetical. I'll tell you what has.
I'm not the one that brought up Christian shooting up a school. That wasn't me that brought it up.
Can I speak? Can I speak? So Moose, I'll tell you why that kid isn't allowed in this fucking house. Because I'll tell you what I have seen. And you saw it yourself yesterday. You saw Steve talking about guns to an autistic kid who's 16-year-old, who Steve himself said, "Hey, what if this kid wants to go shoot up?" Stupid hypothetical, never talked about it, but he's talked multiple times about guns. He's talked multiple times about sex. And what he does is for the last 2 years, when that little kid was banned from our fucking house, because we're not babysitters and we don't think the conversations that take place in our house are appropriate, nor the conversations in Steve's room, is that one of the early things, and again, within a week of that little fucking kid coming into our house, I said, I will not share stay with this fucking child. I don't come on this out to fucking babysit. I already got my kids. It was because at fucking 1 o'clock at night, I had to boom a fucking room for some fucking disgusting fucking piece of shit started asking Christian about, oh, tell me about your locker room, dude. What happens in there, right? See, you didn't bring up the conversation. You just kept talking about it, right? You didn't bring up that you could fuck 16-year-olds in Europe. You just kept going with it. You giggled, right, Steve?
I thought you debated him in this house. No.
You
Steve, never debated him in this house.
No, dude. And this is the problem, Steve.
Wow.
And this is the problem, Steve, is that you think that the nuance of like whether we kicked him out after a week or 2 years ago is important. It's not. The fact that you were talking to him yesterday about fucking 16-year-olds with their sneak on lot. The fact that yesterday you came into this room and said, "Oh, I didn't just being one minor. I got 2 minors. I got a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old beamed up in my fucking room," and then you bounce. Dude, you're disgusting. You enable these little kids to be exposed to fucking perverts on this app. We're gonna fucking. You're just a piece of shit, dude. You're a piece of shit who gets fucking hard-ons about little 18-year-old girls. You're fucking disgusting. If you can get a hard-on over a little kid who's fucking younger than your own child, you're a fucking pervert. You're disgusting. And I get why Steve invites 16-year-old boys on the stage.
I seem to recall that you debated him on this stage. When you knew that he was 15 or 14, you debated him. He's debated in this house 10 to 20 times. When all of you knew that he was a minor.
Again.
That's a fact.
He's seen the
I
right
just want to know why Cypher's lying about it. That's what I want to know. Why Cypher lied? He's debated in this house 10 to 20 times when everybody knew that he was a minor. Why is Cypher lying?
Okay, great. Cypher's lying. Can we agree on that? Finish.
Okay, then we're over and done with. Cypher is a liar. Let's move on.
The fact that you're spraying on here, and we shall say that being he's not a fully capable, he's not even an adult. He's barely a fully capable teenager.
Well, I don't think you ever answered my question that I asked you. And that was, if he comes and asks you a question, do you answer it to his level of understanding, or do you shut it down? I don't recall you ever answering that question.
And I tried to answer you, and I would say I would answer it in fucking private.
So you would answer his question?
In private.
In private. I understand. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. And I'll ask you the same question that I asked Moose. Of course, you don't have to answer it. And again, you have much more experience about children that are autistic. Please tell me exactly how I have harmed him. How has his life been harmed since 48 hours ago through today? How have I harmed him? Because that was the original topic that was brought up 15, 20 minutes ago. Who have I harmed? So apparently people think I've harmed Christian. Exactly how have I harmed?
I asked that question. I wasn't there for those conversations.
Okay, so you
know.
don't agree that I have harmed him, correct?
I have never been in those conversations.
Okay, so you don't know if I'm harmed him. That's fine. Because the original topic was
topic that I asked.
Yes.
Who has Steve harmed?
Exactly.
I asked that.
Okay, who have I harmed?
That was my question.
I haven't harmed anybody. That's your answer. I haven't harmed anybody. All right, if you want, we can keep talking about it, but I haven't harmed anybody. I've been honest. I've been sincere. I've been myself. I'm responsible for all my actions, and I have not harmed anybody. That's your answer.
Can I ask you a hypothetical, Steve? Let me ask you a 1 second, Berto. Sorry, real quick. So, Steve, let's say hypothetically it was, let's say Christian was Christine, and she was just any random 16-year-old girl. Do you think, does anything change? Let me put it that way. Do you think there's any potential harm there, any level of inappropriateness, or doesn't matter on the gender?
I'll tell you exactly what I think, and thanks for the question. It's an excellent question. If somebody comes on my stage, a 16-year-old girl comes on my stage and asks me a question, I'm going to answer it at her level of understanding. That's your answer. And nothing is off limits. I will answer any question she wants to ask. Any question.
The follow-up question. So you being a 16-year-old girl, and everybody on the stage, a whole bunch of horny old fucks like you, start talking about porno and anal and doggy and soaking. Do you feel any obligation, just being a 16-year-old girl, she's now being exposed to a horrible, horrible bunch of fucking horny shit because every fucking horny fuck like you wants to bang that fucking little poor girl. You feel any fucking obligation? You feel any like anything for exposing that little girl to a fucking bukkake of your fucking atheist pieces of shit? Dude, you said you wanted to fuck 18-year-old little girls. Tell me about the 16-year-old girl that you gave a bean, you fucking disgusting.
Not the B word, dude.
That's an excellent question. I'll be happy to answer that one too. Firstly, I've been doing my weekend shows for 5 years, and I have never given a bean, a green butthole, a green bean to to a minor woman. That's number one. Number two, if she starts asking me about specific sexual situations, regardless of if it's her or an adult woman or an adult man, I generally shut that stuff down. I generally say that is best discussed in private. Generally, I say that specific sexual situations are not appropriate for my room. That's what I...
Then why didn't you do it for Christian? When he asked you a question?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking. Because we weren't talking about a specific sexual situation. We were only talking, and then he brought it up, about the age of consent in Europe is 16. That is not a specific sexual situation. I have shut down many conversations in my room over 5 years about specific sexual situations. I have shut those down, and I've said many times that my father told me that what goes on in the bedroom stays in the bedroom, which is why I generally... You don't want to hear the rest. Go.
No, I don't. It's disgusting. So let me just follow up on what you said. You said that in my regular weekend rooms, I have rules, but in my pop-up rooms, hey, Epstein Island, right? You said that. Oh, hold on. Wrong. Because I clearly can't finish. You said in my weekend rooms, I will not mod a minor woman.
Nope, didn't say that either.
Little minor,
Wrong
yes, you
again.
did. Replays are on. Replays are on. You made
Yes,
the distinction. You literally made the
replays
distinction.
are on. I
You
said
said, I will not mod a minor woman.
I said I've never modded a 16-year-old girl. I didn't
That's what
specify
I just
weekend
fucking
rooms.
said.
I said never. The replays
You
are
said,
on.
yes. The distinction you made was a girl. You let little boys come up and get modded, but not little girls. That's the distinction I'm criticizing you for, you fucking freak. You make all these little caveats, Steve. Like, dude, all we're trying to say is, dude, don't let little fucking.
Well, if I'm
boys
such a
come into your
fucking freak, you
house.
want me to leave the apes? If I'm such a fucking freak, you want me to leave?
Steve, nobody fucking
You
cares
want me to
about you.
leave since I'm a fucking freak?
I don't care about you, dude.
You don't care. It sounds to me like you care a lot.
No, I care about little 16-year-old boys.
Like you care a
who get
lot.
Exposed to, I do care about 16-year-old boys who you let get exposed
Well,
to.
who have I harmed? Who have I harmed? You think I've harmed Christian? You don't care.
No, you've enabled him to be harmed, Steve.
I thought
Your
we
actions
just
have
had
enabled
no,
him.
No,
Go
no.
ahead, dude.
It's, I will go ahead. You say you don't care. I call bullshit. I think by basically what you've been saying in the past 20 minutes, you care a lot. You care a lot. The statement that you don't care is bullshit. It's a lie. You accuse me of being a disgusting freak. You just said it. By that and that alone, on its face, you care. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Just stand up. Just stand up like a man and admit it. You care.
Okay. So Talking Apes was founded to have conversations with a wide
avoiding the issue.
And so
just admit you care.
So I care about little kids.
And you care about Christian? What have you done for his welfare? Name one thing. You haven't done jack shit.
I've prevented him from speaking with
being
me
in the apes. So he's not allowed in the apes. So he can go on to any other room on Clubhouse. He can go anywhere, but not the apes. And that's how you care.
That's right. Because listen, any little kid can go and fucking smoke fentanyl. Any kid can go and.
You don't give a rat's ass about Christian. You don't give a rat's ass about him.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go on mute until I can actually.
I think that's a good idea. You couldn't give a shit about Christian. I care about Christian. Hold on a second, please. I care more about Christian than all of you on stage right now put together.
Yes. What we're talking about is not what you personally did, but what you're facilitating.
Yes, how I've harmed him. And I specifically asked you, how have I harmed him? Your answer, you don't know. I was accused of harming him. I specifically asked, how have I harmed him? Nobody has said how I have harmed him. Nobody. The fact of the matter is, I've helped him.
Not personally. You're facilitating harm.
And tell me exactly, how have I facilitated harm? Please, I want to know.
They've been talking about it the whole time, Steve. You're just not listening.
Oh, I'm listening to every word.
This is not an attack. We're just talking.
I know, we're just talking. How have I facilitated his harm? Please, tell me.
Shields have been used for personal protection from
I'm waiting for an answer. How have I harmed him? How have I facilitated harming him? I'm listening to every word.
Of a small one.
Jeremy, because I
No,
wasn't
not
there for
Jeremy.
this conversation.
Jeremy doesn't give a rat's ass about Christian. He doesn't care about Christian. He doesn't give a shit about Christian. He cares about the apes, which is fine.
I'm sorry, Bertha, Steve wants to talk about his love of a 16-year-old boy. He won't be able to see his sentence. I'm just going to mute because he's the one that talk. He wants to go
Tell you what, I'll even do better. I'll go down to the audience. You can let Jeremy say whatever he wants, and then when you want, you can bring me back up.
Steve, really, I know it sounds like an attack, but it isn't. We're just trying to educate you on how to be appropriate with a person that isn't there fully, like mentally. It's the finest English I can do right now.
Yeah, let's do a quick reset. Here's the issue, guys. Because listen, it is a little bit nuanced, right? Because you could be like, hey, listen, I want to, help, disadvantaged kids, and I want to volunteer at the short bus school and do it. Absolutely. But here's the fucking problem, right? Is that this is not the short bus school. This is a fucking messy little app with a majority of fucking adults. You talk about really fucking messy shit, that you need to have a fucking, at least a fucking adult mindset, right? I don't want to be the guy like Steve who for 2 years lets a 16-year-old boy into his room, exposed him to talk about guns and sex and fucking adult topics. When the kid's autistic, and then he goes in and shoots up his whole fucking school and then blows himself in the fucking head because he couldn't handle some fucking piece of shit talking shit to him like Ducky, because Ducky and Steve don't give a fuck because they come on here, I don't give a fuck, it's not my fucking kid. Or some horny fucking piece of shit, some incel. Like, dude, that's gonna happen. That little piece of shit can go into any fucking room that lets little 16-year-olds into their room. It's not gonna happen on my fucking watch. It's not gonna happen on the Talking Apes. That's the fucking difference, Steve. And bitch, you don't have to go to the fucking goo. You can just let me talk. You enabled him. You exposed him to fucking pedophiles and freaks on this fucking app. I'm not saying you hurt him. You exposed him to be hurt. He doesn't even know it now. But a week into him joining this house in a late shift, I boomed the fucking room because 3 people were asking him about his locker room experience in fucking high school. The fuck, Steve? All the people in this room are saying, dude, you're a grown-ass man. All we're asking is don't let a 16-year-old come into your fucking rooms. Don't talk about sex and guns around an autistic 16-year-old. Don't give him a 16-year-old to be. And don't fucking, as a fucking grown-ass 6-year-old man, befriend a little fucking autistic 16-year-old kid so you can agree with him and giggle when he calls up that, hey, you can fuck a 16-year-old boy in Europe? I'll mute up.
And again, I get where Cypher's coming from, but I also get where Stevie's coming from. He's trying to protect him, but he doesn't have the right know-how, or he doesn't know what he's doing. So that's all we're trying to tell you, Steve. We're not attacking, but like trying to tell you, like, this isn't right. We're telling you the right way.
You did way good. Good. So I got some gas money coming. You got car money coming. Watch what happens when this clueless seller brings in a rare grenade and gets blown away by its true value.
I've never seen a design like this. So what do you know about it?
It was either made by the OSS or the CIA 60 years ago. I really have no idea.
We call Tony down at the gun store. Maybe he knows something about it. Maybe he can tell you what it's worth.
Right? Wow. This is James Bond stuff here. Old school James Bond.
And I have to say, like, people
Deepak seems to be a big Steve pedo. Hey, Deepak, do you like talking to 16-year-old boys, Deepak? How many 16-year-old boys do you hang out with on the red, Deepak, in India? When you're not working, are you booking like coffees to say, hey, 16-year-old boy, let's hook up at the Starbucks and fucking talk it out over some chai tea, Deepak? Come up here, you little bitch. Come up here, you little fucking bitch. You like talking to 16-year-old boys?
Calm down. Cypher, I have a foster brother and I have a bunch of other foster siblings. You would call them foster siblings, support siblings, that have, they're autistic, they have Down syndrome. Like, there's different types of support, and they need different types of support. And I know Steve's just trying to do good. Steve's just trying to do good, but he doesn't know how.
he would do good things for 16-year-old boys. He would go down to his local scouts or the local autistic 16-year-old boys program. He would go through the checks and the safety checks, and he could do good. He would not hang out on Clubhouse fucking like looking for little autistic 16-year-old boys that he can invite onto his fucking stage so that grown-ass men at 3 a.m. can talk about fucking dick size and the legal age to fuck 16-year-old boys in Europe.
See the pandering and the like the two-facedness. And then also I go like when I was a little kid, I always measured campaigns, not really.
Oh, so you don't think it's appropriate to help loved ones? So there again, like he's trying to do something. He's trying to help this autistic man who lost his father. He's doing it in the wrong ways, yes, and we're telling him. But yeah, I do agree, he's not listening to us. He's not listening to us how to do it the right way. But still, he's trying to do the right fucking thing.
Yesterday, and Moose, I want your take on that. I don't think Moose agrees. So yesterday, when Steve beamed a 16-year-old autistic kid, he had a conversation about guns. He then, giggled and repeated what that kid said about 16-year-olds being legal to have sex in Europe. And then he came over to our house to brag about the fact that not only did he beam a 16-year-old autistic kid, he now beamed another 17-year-old, and he giggled about it. And he ended the evening by talking about it is perfectly fine for a 55-year-old man to get a hard-on and fuck the shit out of an 18-year-old little girl. A dude who has kids older than that. And all I'm saying is, like, all of that is fucked. And you're supporting him, Birta? Wow.
Cypher, did you specifically hear him say that? It's a recording of him saying that. I think you take
replays are on. Go listen to it. Replays are on. No, Birta, replays are on. Go listen to it. Before you... fuck, there are people in this room who heard him say it.
Oh, I heard him say... Pigtail.
That he had a hard-on for a 16-year-old with a gun.
Yes.
Sorry, I just think, like...
She's still...
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you he said that. I believe you, and that's awful. But come on, we can teach him something else.
Do you want to bring Steve back up so he can respond?
I'm letting him buy cookies.
You want me to respond?
You said you were going to go down while Cypher was
Absolutely,
talking.
Sure. I didn't want to interrupt anybody. Cypher does it all the time.
I think Cypher is done. I think.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Well, for those of you that don't know, while I was down, I noticed that Christian is here and Christian's been listening. So I hope all of you are proud that Christian has been listening to what all of you have been saying. I don't know. I know he's been here since I was in the audience. I don't know how long he was here before I went to the audience. I know that this started about half an hour ago when it was specifically stated that me being honest in my views have harmed people. And I specifically asked, who have I harmed? And it was brought up that I harmed Christian. And I specifically asked, how have I harmed him? How has he been harmed from 48 hours ago, from before this happened, until this now? And none of you have been able to specifically state how I have harmed him. So as far as I'm concerned, I not only have not harmed him, I've helped him for the reasons that have been stated. And I'm sorry that none of you... go ahead.
That's just confirmation bias. Sorry.
Well, tell you what. Why don't you explain exactly why what I just said is confirmation bias? Please do. I want to learn.
You're excusing yourself.
I'm speaking the truth, am I not?
No, sir.
Okay, please explain why what I just said is not true.
Confirmation bias, sir.
Yeah, I heard you. Confirmation bias. I heard you. Please explain why what I just said is not true, because the truth is never a fallacy. Confirmation bias is a fallacy in logic. So you said what I just said is confirmation bias. However, you would agree if what I said is 100% true, then it's not confirmation bias. You do agree with that, right?
Steve, do you not think
No,
this
no,
is
no, 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 no.
horrible for him?
Let's stay on topic,
No, Steve,
please.
Steve, do you not think this is horrible
No.
for
Hold
Christian to
on.
listen right
Hold
now?
on.
No, this is the whole point.
The
Do you not
truth
think it's
is never
harmful?
confirmation bias. Is that correct or is that not correct? The truth is never confirmation bias. Is that accurate or no? Come on, speak up.
Steve, this is shows you don't care for Christians.
Please answer my question first.
You said as far as you're concerned, that's not the truth.
Okay, fine. You're saying it's not the truth. Okay, fine. But you do agree that the truth is never confirmation bias, correct or not correct? You do agree with that, right?
We have no agreement, sir.
We have no agreement. Okay, very good. Then let's just do this. What did I just say that is not true? Let's go there. What did I just say that is not true? 100%. Come on, speak up.
Again, Steve, do you not think this is harmful for Christian?
Crickets.
Christian, Steve, do you not think this is harmful for Christian?
Well, you tell me. How has he been harmed in the past 48 hours? Tell me. How has he been harmed?
Seriously.
Tell me.
Now, this exactly shows you do not give a shit about him.
I say it's all of you that don't give a shit about him. I give a shit.
You brought him here. You forced him.
I didn't invite him here. He came in on his own. I didn't bring him here.
Yeah, but you still forced this conversation
How?
about him.
No. I didn't bring it up. I didn't bring this up. I said a half hour. I said a half hour ago.
This is wrong. No, this is
how have I harmed him? Come on, speak up. How have I harmed him? I'm still waiting. That was the original. That was the original claim 30 minutes ago. I've harmed him. How have I harmed him? I'm still waiting for the answer. How have I harmed him? Crickets. I've been accused of confirmation bias. Well, the truth is never confirmation bias.
Yeah, just go away.
What did I say is not true? Everything I said is the truth. You all may think it's disgusting, but it's the truth.
And we've told you how that could be harmful in the future. We've told you how that could be harmful in the future.
How have I harmed him? Let's hear it. How have I harmed him?
Can I ask a question?
I'd rather first you say that you have not harmed him, and then you can ask any question you want.
No, you've enabled him to be harmed over and over and over for the last 2 years. So
I've enabled him to be harmed, and that goes that you and Day and all the other apes, when you knew he was underage, allowed him to come on your debate stage and debate.
So
that hasn't harmed, right?
No,
Am I right?
That's a question. So.
Am I right?
Respond to you, Steve.
You, Day, and all the other apes allowed him to come on your debate stage and participate in the apes for over a year when you knew that he was a minor. You allowed him to come on. You knew he was a minor, but you allowed it anyways.
Let me know when I can talk.
As long as you're fine, just tell me whether or not what I'm saying is true. Of course it's true. You allowed him to come on the stage. You allowed him to debate for a year when you knew he was a minor. Go ahead, you can talk.
So I'll say this, I've said it before, I'll say it again. When Christian first came into this house, there was literally a week. Cora was around back then. There was a period of about 1 week in which some of us was like, took the opinion of Steve, like, hey, listen, this kid's around. We'll set some boundaries, right? He's got to get the fuck out of here at 11 o'clock. The second the conversation gets fucking weird, we say, get the fuck out. You have to get the fuck out. We set some boundaries, right? We were like, Steve, like, hey, let's take this little fucking, homeless dog and try to, But then, like, literally day 4, the little bitch is in here at 1 o'clock in the morning with inappropriate talk and saying, fuck you, I'm a 14-year-old, I'll do what I want. So I said, I will never fucking share a stage with this fucking kid. That was 1 week, Steve. Now, this happened to be a time when I left the Talking Apes. I left the Talking Apes for months and months and months, right? The OGs know, Steve doesn't give a fuck. So that you put that on me, that he happened to get some stage play during that period or not, has nothing to do with me, you fucking piece of shit. But here's a fact. It has been more than a year since he has been banned from this fucking house because we will not fucking enable this kid to be fucking exposed to shit that will harm him. But Steve, for the last 3 years, literally yesterday, being this little child, let this kid get exposed to talk about guns in America, literally said, you can fuck 16-year-olds legally. This is yesterday. This isn't a year ago. This isn't 2 years ago. Steve is so upset. It's like, oh, Dede lied to me about how many debates this kid had 2 years ago. Steve, you said that you can fuck 16-year-old kids in Europe legally with a 16-year-old boy on stage that you fucking beamed. So my question, if I may, Steve, all I've said all night, I'm begging you, all of us are begging you, dude, if, as a decent person, you just promise, do not bring a 16-year-old little boy up onto your stage. Don't talk to 16-year-old little boys past 9 p.m. I'll even let you talk to 16-year-old little boys during the day. Past 9 p.m., don't talk to 16-year-old boys that you have not met in real life, you fucking 65-year-old creep. Can you just commit to that? See, listen, Cypher, that's a completely reasonable question, a request. I promise you, Cypher, I will not bring a 16-year-old boy up onto a stage on a fucking adult act when conversation is going to be fucked. Will you do that, Steve? Or is that just insane, what I'm asking you to do?
I'm not sure.
Why can't you promise that, Steve? Like, to not bring a child?
Well, let's take a look at that's a great question. So, Berta, are you saying it's not that I bring him on stage, it's the time I bring him on stage? Because that's what Cypher asked. Cypher didn't ask me never to bring him on stage. Cypher, wait a minute. He didn't ask me not to give him a green bean or green butthole. He said, just don't do it after 9 p.m. So, Berta, do you agree with that? It's okay for me to bring him up anytime as long as it's not past 9 p.m.? Is that what you're saying, Berta?
Let me ask you a question. Do you not feel the conversational change before 9 p.m.?
Well, I know this. That's a great question. Thank you for asking. I know this, that the apes after dark or the apes crazy or